And so moments of intimacy usually are those moments where, in order to be myself, I may have to say something that sacrifices my belonging or threaten my belonging, right? And vice versa. So in some sense, it's isolating that phenomena of like, all right, if I'm practicing here, okay, if I can tolerate the anxiety, if I can move, if I can confront it and be with it in the face of right of that, then there's something transforming about that. There's like a liberation that happens about that. That's if you look at just the way that like what we've been talking about this in this whole conversation, if you just look at life as it's structured, doesn't provide very many of those opportunities. And I would say you're right. It's like even all the way into the family, right? Even all the way into all I think that's one of the brilliances. I think it's like Heidegger's where his brilliance shines through is yeah, technology isn't a tool, right? It's become our understanding of that which is, right? And it's essentially we do now pre-reflectively, without even noticing it, see any anything that isn't as a resource, as a way to optimize it and exploit it and consume it. But this sense of being with something that doesn't make itself immediately intelligible. This kind of sense of dwelling in a place and sensing that there's some meaning that I don't quite understand and being with paradox, right? And all those moments of that kind of truth of aletheia, it's just shrinking exponentially. So that's the thing that I really think that circling is doing, right? Is it's about holding open that space. Where Heidegger would say it's holding open, and in this sense, this is why I think it's philosophy, right? This is why I don't think it's psychology. Like in terms of the
I
context
don't. There's a distinction, by the way.
with that.
I don't
With
think
that,
there's a distinction, by the way,
you don't think there's a distinction?
between philosophy and psychology.
Oh,
By the way, in the majority of countries in the world,
yeah.
there is no separate psychology department. It's part of the philosophy department.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
For example, in Russia, the psychology faculty is part of the philosophy department.
Right. Totally. So it's like I think what we're doing right now, right, is we're wrestling with something, right? There's a sense of something, and we're exchanging things, and I'm going to be thinking about this for the next probably year or so.
You're right that this is a lost art. There is intolerance of ambiguity.